Be true.
Hey, howdy. Roy and Becky's in here.
Hey, Roy and Becky, welcome.
The beaters are here.
The beaters.
I like that. Roy and Becky.
Oh,
We're here. We're alive.
we're alive. We survived.
We're getting a little bit of life back.
My hair's all sticking up. Oh my gosh.
We're still in recovery mode.
We are. Oh my gosh. Yesterday was hard.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just worn out from doing the beet harvest or if it was just having our hours flopped around so much, and I don't know.
We were.
So I know I slept like 10 hours night before last.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Looking great. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I did 11 hours. I think. I don't know.
But you slept forever.
And then, but the pain, my arms and my hands have been terribly painful. So that has been the worst. I've been using these hot hands to help my hands feel better because they've been so sore.
Real Robert Rockwell popped in here. Hello.
Hey.
Woohoo. But yeah, we're glad. Now we're just getting ready to get the RV ready to hit the road.
Yeah, we started packing up. Let me just say that I had a vacuum bag for all our winter clothes, and I used the vacuum at our cabin to suck all the air out. Well, the vacuum in the RV doesn't work. I can't get the air out. Now I can't get it back under the couch.
We got a lot of stuff to get ready to go.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, we do have a lot to
We
get ready.
almost thought about leaving tomorrow, and Terry's like, no way, she's not going to be ready. She can't have all this stuff done.
A lot of
So the reason why is because it popped up on my AccuWeather that there's a chance of that S word on Wednesday morning here.
No, I can't even.
It says only between 7 and 8, but there's going to be no accumulation amounts. Just I don't know. So it's nothing. It really, I don't know.
It's like a farewell send off for us, maybe.
Yeah. So if we pull out of here Wednesday, there might be a chance of a little bit of snow falling.
Yeah, I don't like that word at all.
Yeah, I hope not. We're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
We don't have anywhere to go. We didn't have anywhere to go yet.
Yeah,
Still
we don't have a job
yet. So we've decided we're going to make our way toward Tennessee, and we got to pick up some mail, and now I have to pick up an RV part.
Yeah, we had a problem today.
Be there. Yeah, there's on my RV under the bathroom sink, under the flush system where you flush out your tanks. There's a vacuum breaker in there. And apparently that vacuum breaker started leaking today when I was flushing the tanks.
I thought it was something I did because at the same time I was cleaning the bathroom. So I was cleaning the bathroom and there's water on the floor. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I thought I broke something.
So only thing I can figure is we're going to have to replace that. And I've got it ordered. It's going to be shipped tomorrow and it should be at our cabin. We're not going to go all the way to our cabin. I think what we're going to do is there's 1,000 trails up by Mammoth Caves. We're going to try to get in there. And we're going to stay there for a little bit, but we'll be able to drive from there to the cabin to pick up our mail and pick up our part now.
Yes.
So, yeah, just check in with the cabin. But, hey, Mark, hitch up in tow.
Hey,
hello.
We're so glad you could be here.
As everybody's finally starting to pop in here now.
Yeah.
What we wanted to do with this live is we're just going to talk about the beet harvest. I know a lot of people don't know a lot about it. A lot of people ask about it.
We get a lot of questions.
And yeah, we've had all kinds of questions. And so yeah, we're just going to try to put some information of what we experienced on this sugar beet harvest.
Yeah.
Even down to the fact that we'll show you, and I don't know, we'll show you what we made at this harvest beet. With keeping a little mind that we made a little bit more and it lasted a little bit longer. This was a weird year for sugar beet harvest.
Yeah, they said it was kind of different.
And we'll explain a little bit, because typically the sugar beet harvest days are only 10 to 14 days. But we've actually been here 38 days. So even though we didn't work all those days, we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll get down to show you what we made and whether we think it was worth it.
Yeah.
And if we're coming back.
The nitty gritties.
Yes,
all of the ins and outs. So Roy said, keep that snow on that side of the river.
I want to keep the snow up here, and I want to get the heck out of Dodge.
We want to get out of here. Yeah.
I am done.
Because we're looking at doing 2 straight harvest hosts. And so it's, if it gets cold, we're going to have to run the generator all night.
But luckily, I looked, the first one we're going to stay out is just going to be by St. Cloud, Minnesota. And I looked at it, and the low's only going down into the 40s.
So that's good. I do 40s.
So it's not too bad. Not too bad. I haven't looked after that. We're going to stay at a farm in St. Cloud Wednesday night. And then I just sent a request for a brewery in Baraboo, Wisconsin.
For Thursday night.
But I haven't.
We didn't realize it was Halloween, so I don't know if we're going to get that or not.
Yeah, so I haven't heard back from that. And then I don't know what the temperature over there. Robert, I think you're over in Illinois. I don't know if you're near Chicago, Baraboo, or whatever, but what's the temperature like over that way?
Yeah, that way, so we can kind of know like what we're headed to.
But I know I'm ready to get back toward Tennessee, because I think the highs were in the 70s right now.
Yeah, I need to thaw out.
I'm tired of the cold weather here.
So cold.
Tired of the cold weather.
Oh, we got to go to breakfast this morning. It was our plan, our last day to go to breakfast.
But we slept so late yesterday morning
we
didn't make breakfast.
So we went today, but we got in the car and it was like, I don't know, it was barely 30 degrees.
It was 28 degrees.
Yeah, see?
28 degrees this morning. 64 over there. Ooh, to see, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's
and we didn't have our long johns. See, when we were going to work in our long johns and all our thick clothes, well, today we didn't have all that on.
Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla.
Hey, so we weren't overdressed today, so it was actually cold.
I actually got me some little notes here that I made.
Yeah, he made some notes so we would stay on track.
All right, but getting into the sugar beet harvest.
Yes.
I think we want to start out explaining exactly what it is.
Yes.
Everybody says sugar beet harvest. I think the first thing we heard, and we even thought so ourselves, was we're actually in the field pulling sugar beets.
Oh.
No, you're not. You're not pulling sugar beets.
They got a cool machine that does it, though.
Yeah, they're in the farm fields, and they've got little bushy, leafy tops on these that they come through when they're ready to pull them, that they go through, cut those tops off, and then there's the machine that comes and digs them out, throws them into the little bin or whatever,
and then
that loads them into the trucks.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is we're actually piling the sugar beets.
Yeah.
They come from the fields on the truck.
In this yard.
Yeah. They bring them in the trucks into the piling stations, which is what we work. And from there, we pile them into these huge piles.
Yes.
I've seen they have piles anywhere from 28 feet tall up to, we had ours at the end, to 36 feet tall.
Yeah, and like long.
And huge. I'm talking football fields. I got a picture here of our final pile that we did.
Yeah.
That we finished up, and it's huge. I'm talking 3 or 4 football field lengths and about 100 feet wide.
Yeah, and these beets that we piled right now,
110 feet maybe.
They have to last until May. So what they do is they pull the ones. So they have these things that some are in buildings. The building ones are last. Some have these freezer things in them they call culvers that go in and keep them really cold. And then there's other piles that are just plain on the ground. Those are the ones they're grabbing first. The ones that are just on the ground, they'll grab those and take them to the factory and turn them into sugar. And then eventually they'll get these others, but these others will freeze over.
The buildings that we're in, they actually have ventilation on the floor.
Yeah.
That blows the cold air up into the piles, and they close these buildings up and they keep them frozen inside there.
Yes.
And then, like she's talking about, the culvers are big, huge tubes that they lay as we're piling them, and that blows the cold air through them. And they actually do put a cover over the piles.
Yeah, and then it snows. And
like we said, these beets that we piled will last until April, May of next year.
Right.
They'll be using them in the sugar factory there. And I found out a neat thing is the sugar factory here is a co-op, so it's actually owned by all the farmers around here.
So it's really neat.
But some of the numbers of that, we found out the numbers. Let's see if I get this right. I didn't write them down, but we piled over 1.4 million tons of beets in the Red River Valley. And over 59,000 trucks came through.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
So that's a lot.
That's
a lot. You got to remember, these ain't different trucks. These are the same trucks come in. They come, unload, they go back to the field, reload, come back.
You see them over and over and over and over again.
And literally that first day that we had moved to days and to the new pile to the south side of the yard for like 4 or 5 hours, we were averaging 50 trucks just on our piler alone an hour. 50 trucks an hour.
It was this crazy day.
It's just crazy. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Hitch Up and Toe.
Yeah.
Had a great birthday. Hey, Buckeye Kitty popped in here.
Hey.
Cooking on the farms here.
Thank you for being here.
Cooking on the farms. Beets were good in the garden this year, but these are not beets. These are sugar beets. They use these sugar beets to make sugar.
A lot of the things you eat right now have that in them. Any Hershey's products.
Let me find it. This is an actual. I had it. I thought I had it.
A picture of it.
Maybe I don't have. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong place. Yeah, this is what a sugar beet looks like. Nothing like a beet that you would normally see.
Sort of. That one right, that shape.
That one right there is a fairly small one.
Yeah, one almost hit him in the head. That was as big as his head, or bigger than his head.
We saw one that was bigger than my head.
It was wild.
They get huge down to. I've seen them, just little bitty ball size.
Tiny ones, yeah.
So yeah,
the tiny ones are actually cute.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this. What was the money?
Sugar? Right here in our yard that we are working, they make $40 million off of that. Those beets.
Yeah, the factory brings in.
Yeah, the factory makes $2 billion a year.
Yeah, all the factories.
No, just that factory.
I thought that was all the factories. One, and ours only was.
The beets is 40 million, but the factory makes $2 billion a year.
So yeah, it's a huge business.
A lot of money in it.
Business. But yeah, so it was pretty neat, pretty fun. The thing that was different about this year, I said normally 10 to 14 days. Well, they had got to the point, and it probably had been 10 to 14 days.
Yeah, when they let most people go.
And they eventually said, okay, we're done piling. I guess they only open certain fields to certain farmers each year. And what they had opened was they were done. They were ready to, they started sending people home. They asked who wanted to volunteer to stay, who wanted to leave, and actually people had already left.
Sunday, yeah.
And then the volunteer people stayed to finish it up. Well, a couple of days after they let everybody go, all of a sudden now the big higher ups in the sugar factories come back and says, hey, we're opening up all fields to all farmers, and any farmers that want to bring in any beets can bring them in. So the pilers they had already cleaned and shut down, they had to reopen. They reopened all of them.
I know. We had cleaned one and they reopened it.
Looking for people to come back to work.
Yeah.
They put everybody on days.
Yeah, we all went on days after 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah. And so they started bringing in a whole bunch more beets. So we kind of reopened, and that's why it kind of went a little bit longer.
And the pile that we were working was kind of finished because they have to back this piler up and clean it and put it to bed, and have room for that. Well, so we didn't really have a lot of room. So that's why they raised us all the way to 36 feet, because they wanted to pile more beets with less room backwards.
Yeah.
So we got to this point where we were really tight. And if we backed up, the trucks couldn't get to the one beside us. So we started only working the one beside us, which was number 11, the brand new one. I didn't never get to operate it though, but it's the brand new one, and they were all over there doing that after that. And we just took turns running it.
And so I'm just looking at my notes here that I wrote, but the start date, the official start dates of the Sugar Beet Harvest is October 1st, even though I think we didn't start till the 3rd or 4th this year.
We started on the 1st.
I think it was like the 3rd. I want to say the 3rd because it was heat. We were in stay pay, which I'll explain the stay pay. But yeah. When you get hired on by an employment company. It's called Express Employment. Mm-hmm. Express Employment only hires people as grounds crew / sample takers.
Sample takers is what they're called.
And that's what we do. And of course, the truck comes in to the load, and of course the pilot operator is controlling the truck. Then it dumps its beets. Once it's done, then we direct it underneath another conveyor belt where we give them back their dirt that they bring in on their beets.
Yeah, they could take the dirt back with
sugar
them.
Company don't want to pay for dirt; they want to pay for beets. And then we send them on their way. And then some of them get a random ticket at the scale house when they weigh in and then they weigh out. They get a ticket to get a sample taken. And if they have one of those tickets, we take that ticket and we take a sample. And it just puts a bag over a big old discharge deal
thing. Yeah.
Push the button and there's a big scoop that scoops in where it's spitting the beets out and takes a sample into the bag.
And they test those beets, and they pay the farmers based on the sugar content. If it's a higher
sugar content, those farmers will get paid higher amount for that load of beets that came in.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy, Let me see it.
Yeah.
Sugar beets are a good thing. Great cover crop. Hello, bucket cooking on the farm, picking on the farm. Pepsi uses sugar beets for real sugar brands, though I am boycotting Pepsi because they discontinued my real sugar Mountain Dew. Yeah, sugar is used for this is sugar you use on regular old table sugar. They use them in different things that they make. I've heard they go to like some distilleries or something.
Yeah.
To make some of the good stuff.
Yeah, it's just used different ways. And it legally, if it's cane sugar, it has to say cane sugar.
Yeah, if it don't say cane sugar, then it's sugar that came from a beet.
From a beet. So if that's the legality thing that they have passed along the way.
Yeah. But yeah, you get hired as the groundskeeper and a sample taker, and then once you get here, the ACS people, the American Crystal Sugar people, they select the people they want to. They have another job, the pilot operator, who they want to be the operator. They make a little bit more money an hour. Skid steer driver, they make a little bit more money an hour because with the skid steer, they come around and scrape the grounds, make sure, help us keep it clean. And they're also the ones laying those culver pipes where they need to be laid and things like that.
Yeah.
Is there any? Oh yeah, and there's one person
that's
selected. That's the greaser. He goes around and he's greasing all the machines all night and all that, and all day or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, so that's
those
what
are the extra jobs. And then we learn how to do like the boom that puts the beets out. You learn how to do that because that's a trade-off job. Like we can take turns with that.
Yeah, there's a person that controls that big huge boom, and I've got a little video showing that boom and all that, but. All the person does is there's a button. You push one, it goes left. You push it again, it stops. Push
but if you don't do it right, it shuts off the whole system.
There's a way that you have to do and make sure you're not jamming up the end of the boom and things like that, and making sure it's piling up. So,
right, to get the pile looking good.
Pretty easy job.
Yeah, and then somebody has to learn how to do the piler operator job to give them breaks. So I was very blessed to get to learn how to do that. I was shocked that I did it
for a little bit.
Yeah, he got to learn a little bit. Yeah, so I was a relief for a few people on a few of our. We were on 4 different piling machines, and so I relieved some of those. Well, I guess we kind of were on 5 because we went over to 9 for a little bit, and I never did go up in 9.
We worked. Let's see. In our yard there was. Even though there's not a number 10 piler,
because
there's 10 pilers. There's 1 through 9, and then there's 11.
Yeah,
and there's some weird, stupid reason about why they didn't name a 10. 11's the brand new one.
Yeah,
but we worked on 3, 4, 2.
Our neighbors are here.
3, 4, 2, 11. And before we started, when we were training, she worked 5 and I worked on 8.
Yeah.
So we worked 4 or 5
we
worked
a lot of the machines. And they're all so different.
Mike has popped in here.
Yeah, Mike was
They are our crew.
Yeah, our crew that we just ended with.
They're camped out like 2 spots behind us over here.
Yeah.
Incredible people. Those are the ones we got moved to days with. Mike and Amy worked in the scale house.
Mm-hmm.
We had Mike and Jenny and Brian.
Out on the ground with us. It was a lot of fun. It made the experience.
Mike. It has pop up. Here's our crew here.
Here we are. Here they are. Mike and Jenny have their names on. Piler 11.
If I remember right.
No, Piler 9.
Piler 9. And if I remember right, Mike, I think you guys are from Missouri.
Missouri,
yeah.
And then Jenny was from South Carolina, but she's in Alabama now.
Yeah. So awesome people.
We really enjoyed it.
I wish we could have worked with that crew the entire harvest. Because we did deal with some drama with some people.
Yeah, I think that happens though. People get tired.
Yeah, we started out on Piler 3, which was in the building. As soon as
we
got the building fun and we were moving outside, they had big drama over on Piler 4. Somebody got into a fight argument. Somebody got fired, and the next night they switched up a bunch of crews, so we moved over to 4. So, and then when they reopened everything, we all went to days. We got moved over to 9 with Mike and Jenny and Brian.
Well, somehow we were on 2 for a little bit though.
That was that one night.
Yeah, because I was running 2. 2 is like, this thing needs to go over.
Yeah, 2 is the like oldest piler in the yard. Dates back to the 70s, and so that thing was old.
It's
old.
It's just bad. It works bad.
So, if anybody's got any questions, please ask.
Yes, because we want to know how we can help you understand the job, and
just making sure I'm up to date on my comments here. Okay.
Please say hi to Moon Over Miami too. Hi.
Oh, Moon Over Miami popped in here. I didn't see you. Hello, Moon Over Miami.
I know, right? Sorry.
We had fun. Yeah, enjoyed. Yes, it was a lot of fun.
I know it was a lot of fun.
And that's what it is. The crew makes a big difference.
It really does.
I was getting a little burnt out. I was just at the point that I'm like, I just want to go. I just want to get done. I want to get done. I get done. Once we moved to 9, I actually was enjoying being there again.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter. It's long hours.
It's 12 to 15 hours.
Yes.
Depending on what they have you do.
We had a couple of 15-hour shifts that was pretty rough. Pretty rough. But mainly,
because we had the 4 hours of sleep. That is come back in at 7, work all day. Oh, now you got to clean the machine. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah. So we were pretty worn out.
We were.
So I put together a little slide, and I'm going to explain a little more. And this is going to be about all we're going to have. And I'm taking. Hey, there's Naj. Naj popped in here. You're not late, Naj. You're always on time.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and let's start this. So, like we said, you work 12-hour shifts. Your first 8 hours are at regular pay. And I can't spell. Terry's pointing out my things. While I was waiting for you, I had my coffee this morning.
I know you had coffee.
First 8 hours you work are at regular pay. What?
He wasn't awake yet, y'all.
I wasn't awake. And any hours after 8 hours goes at the overtime rate. Anytime you work Saturday, that was all hours on Saturday are overtime rate. Sunday, all hours are double time, double rate. Okay. Regular pay for us, starting out as a ground crew, was $19.36 an hour. I think the pilers and
get a little bit more, and the skids more.
I think it was like $20. It was $20 and something.
And I think the people that work for American Crystal, there's some that are American Crystal, they make a little bit more than us. They've been there 3 years, and they get to become American Crystal employees.
Yeah.
Their
so
salary's a little different.
8 hours was at $19.36. Anything over that and Saturdays, you went to overtime, which was $29.04 an hour. And then if you worked on Sundays, all your hours were at $38.72 an hour.
And we ended up having almost 4 Sundays because we got 3 regular Sundays, and then the 4th Sunday was like
we didn't get paid double time all.
Yeah.
No.
We didn't?
No. The first Sunday we worked was before the harvest, so it was just regular pay.
Oh.
Cooking on farm. Oh, saying
hello
hi
to everybody. Thank you for saying hi.
All right, so we worked a total of 26 days, and that was counting train. We did couple of training days.
He had 2 more. He had a training day I didn't have.
We did a couple of training days before the harvest actually started. And maybe Mike can remember. I thought the harvest didn't really start until the 3rd this year, October 3rd, because of heat, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong there or not. I'm not sure. But anyway, 26 days of work, even though we've been here 58 days.
38.
Or 38 days. Gosh, not 50. 38 days. We had a few days before the harvest that we were off. And then we had a few days of stay pay. And now stay pay is where if it gets too hot, too cold, or too wet, they shut down for whatever reason. We still get paid 4 hours a day, whether we work or not. So we had some stay pays in there, and that'll be coming up here in a minute. But this is the total hours that we were paid. I was paid for 285.25 hours, and Terry was paid for 279.5 hours. And that's a little bit different because one day I went in for a skid steer training to try out to be the skid steer, and I
stayed home.
I didn't get selected. That's why I had a few extra hours than Terry.
Yeah.
We did have 20 hours of stay pay. So there was 5 days that we received four hours of stay pay.
And one was yesterday.
Yeah, one was yesterday. They gave that to us at double pay.
Yeah, so that was nice.
Because it was a Sunday. Because we all
stayed.
One of the supervisors had promised everybody if they stayed when we went to the day shift, that they would at least get to work through Sunday. And even though we finished up Saturday, they said, well, we're still going to give you 4 hours of stay pay on Sunday.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of being really nice, which was awesome.
It was.
So for the pay, this is my gross pay that I have been paid so far. We still have a week of pay we have not received. So I earned gross $5,701.52. Terry earned $5,590.20. And you can see there that total comes to $11,291.72. And we still have a pay coming up, and I've calculated it up. Should put another $2,865.28 of gross pay.
Yeah.
So the money is good.
The money's good.
That's what they say about the sugar beet. You come, it's quick, it's fast, and you earn a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay.
So my net pay, we're expected our total after we get this week's pay is going to be $14,157 between the both of us.
Right. That
we'll have earned for that 26, 28 days of pay.
Right.
Of work. So not bad money. It's good money.
Yeah.
Our net pay.
Oh yeah, we get a bonus.
We also in December, for your first year, you get a 5% bonus of your gross pay. So 5% of that 14,000, we should get $770.85. Plus, we get paid for the first day. It wasn't training day; it was the orientation.
I had to go watch a video.
We went in for a couple of 3 hours and watch a video and do all our paperwork and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that will be coming in December. After your first year, you get 10% bonus in December of your gross pay.
Yes.
So it's pretty good pay. I thought I had in here my net pay, but I didn't have a.
Yeah, I don't know that you can.
I forgot to put that in there.
It's harder to figure out the net because we don't know what our net's going to be from that 2,800 that we have left.
So yeah.
But they took out this last time. They took out $34 in North Dakota tax, which we had put exempt North Dakota. So we're not real sure why they took $34 out for North Dakota.
Yeah, no. The first check they didn't take any state tax for North Dakota, and then they took that $30 out.
And we're like,
hey, Mel and Eddie popped in here. You're late.
Yeah,
you missed the slideshow.
You missed the slideshow. You'll have to rewatch
how much money we made when all is said and done.
Yeah.
Nettie, this will be our gross pay between both of us. $14,157 for 26, 28 days of work.
Yeah.
And plus we get 5% bonus coming in December.
So that'll be good for Christmas.
So good pay there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show some pictures here. Some of them you might have seen already.
Yeah, if you're following us on Facebook.
But if you've been following Facebook, and I think I did it at our last live.
We might have. We did a really quick, short live last week.
But of course, when you get there on orientation day, they give you all of your equipment you need, including your hard hat.
That was our first day with our hard hat.
Yeah, and they give you the vest and give you safety glasses that you have to wear and so forth. And as I said, we started out, we were inside a building. We were in building number 3. So we took a picture. This was before we even started piling, and that doesn't do justice of how big the building is.
It's huge, and it's like looks so little.
Because I'm zoomed in to the piler there. This next picture where we had started piling, you can see the top we piled, and you can see how much farther it is on that bottom part of that picture.
Yeah.
So it's a huge building, and we were 30 feet high in this building.
Yeah.
Piling it up. So, and then the next picture, we had the building completely full.
Oh, woo!
We were moving outside.
Yeah.
So, of course, after we left, we didn't pile these, but this is the pile continuing after you come out of that building.
Right.
As they were moving along. Our supervisor one night took us. We got to go up in the catwalk in the building. This is looking at the pile from up above. And then, of course, me and Terry had to do our selfie while we were standing up on top of the pile.
We stood on it, and I fell twice.
So it was pretty cool.
It was really cool. It stunk in that one area, though. Remember, because it had the what they say, it was pigeon poop or something?
Yeah, pigeon poop.
Oh,
and of course, that was already showed. This was our crew: Mike, me, Terry, Jenny, and Brian.
Yeah, that was our crew at the end. But we really enjoyed getting to go up there and try that out, because they told us at first, oh, you're gonna have to go in here and pitch all the beets that are touching the tin. And so when we were watching it pile, we were like, look, there's beets on the tin. We were worried.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we get in there and they're like, oh no, it can have a percentage on the tin or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a good question, Roy and Becky.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have tracked that. How much money do you think we spent in gas? We spent more money in gas than normal.
Yeah, because we sit with our car running.
Yeah, most of you know we have the hybrid, which we normally get around 50 miles to the gallon. Because, when you take your breaks at night, your breaks are in your car. They do have a scale house that has a refrigerator, microwave.
Well, our first one, the scale house, was a lot further away.
Yeah. So we never really went to it. But we would sit in the car eating our snacks or drinking our water or whatever, or eating our dinner and things like that. We'd run the heater a lot.
Yeah.
I was averaging about 35 miles to the gallon on my car because it was running and not moving. So we filled up. I would say we probably filled up 3, maybe 4 times.
Yeah, probably once a week.
So,
which is rare for us.
On the average, about $20, $25, 3 or 4 times. So maybe 100, 150, I would just guess.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my comments. You see,
we look clean.
Did you get to keep the helmets?
They're here, but I'm not.
Yes, we did, but we're chunking them.
I'm chunking them. I can't get no room. I don't know where to put. Like I said, I can't find to put these clothes because I can't get the air out the bag.
That's a lot of beets. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. How cold was it? Our coldest night,
my God,
I think we went down to 23 degrees.
So cold. I had snow pants. I had fur long johns on, blue jeans, and snow pants, and then on top I had 5 layers on top.
I stayed
and that hat thing.
I did not really get cold outside.
The hands.
You definitely got to come prepared.
Yeah.
And they send out these emails telling you things you need.
Yeah.
But you definitely wear layers.
Yes.
That night of 23 degrees, I had 2 pair of long john pants on, a pair of jeans. I had that long sleeve. I had a long john shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a flannel shirt, and I had a big coat over it. So I stayed fairly warm.
It's just your hands. It's really hard because they give us these gloves, but I cannot move my fingers with them gloves.
And I had one of those motorcycle. We both had one of those motorcycle hoodie things that pulls over that covers your face.
Yeah.
That made a huge difference. That keeps your ears and your neck.
And when that night we were on 4, and 4 was tucked in. There's a dike over here, and then 3 had started their pile over there, and so we were tucked in, and we didn't get the wind.
Yeah,
it was really nice.
But yeah, you definitely want to make sure you're prepared and dressed warm.
Yes, and by the hand warmers were the best.
Pair of jeans. I bought my jeans at a thrift store. I paid $5 for them.
Mm-hmm.
They went in the trash yesterday. Because they will get dirty. Your shoes get dirty.
Everything gets dirty. I washed everything now, and we saved a lot of stuff to use next time.
This mud gets sticky and sticks to your boots, and it'll cake on there. You're constantly scraping your boots off. So, yeah.
And the car. The dirt in the car.
We finally got it clean yesterday.
The inside still needs a touch up, but it's so cold outside. I can't do it yet.
So, pretty good. So, the piler, I did a couple of little videos. I'm going to play this. It's not the greatest sound. Mike, this was that last day. We weren't really working, but we were running the machine. So the machine was running, but I was able to edit the audio a little bit. I think you can hear it. Don't quote my terminology here, but this is just kind of a quick rundown of how the piler works.
Yeah.
So bear with me on that. And here we go. Here's a beautiful morning. Not even working today. I don't know if you can hear me. It's noisy with the machine. But here's where the trucks pull in. Goes up the main belt into the little shaker part down there. It shakes all the dirt off. This is the dirt return. We give them back their dirt. and it comes through the middle section rollers, comes out of the rollers onto the main boom, out to the pile. And you can see that's the wheelbarrow where they drop into off of those rollers that shakes the dirt off of it. Okay. And of course, at the end of the beam, this is what it's looking like coming off of the big boom as you're piling. This was when we were inside.
You can see the truck dumping over there too. That was pretty good that you could see the truck.
So yeah. And that's what creates the pile. They can literally unload a truck in anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes or so. So that's how quickly it moves through there.
And the newer ones are so fast because they have a wider, that middle part where they're going up is way wider.
That main belt at the beginning.
Than it is on the 1 through 8. They're smaller, older, but 9 and 11 are newer, and it's much wider, and it just flies up that thing.
Like I said, 59,000 trucks, she said, came through.
Like that's a lot of trucks.
That's a lot of trucks. I don't even remember how many acres. They told us how many acres there was, but I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But yeah, they would like release so many acres a day to come and bring their beets. And so that would be like the big thing that they would go and measure acres, and they would do the thermometer on the beet roots and all this stuff. It was very scientific as to what we were going to get for the day. Yeah. So it was kind of crazy.
I don't know about that, Mike. Not Mike. I was reading a comment by Mike. Nice video. Thank you. The Gypsy and the Vanilla, next year they could all be newer. I doubt it. The one we worked on, which was 9, and was there. The one next to us, 11, is brand new. This was the first year they had.
And it broke more than any of the other machines, though.
Yeah. But they were saying possibly in the next couple of few years where that 11 was, they're going to put 1 or 2 more on the other side of it.
Because the farmers are the ones that pay for all that because it's a co-op. Yeah. And so they pay for it and decide what happens with it. So yeah. Like I was teasing about getting rid of 2.
Chris popped in here, our son.
Hey, Chris. We teased about getting rid of 2, but they probably financially can't really because, I mean, it's piling beets. So as long as it's piling beets, it's working, right? But it's awful to operate and climb up in that thing. It's awful.
And I don't know how many pilers they've got in the area. We had 10 at ours where we were at in Drayton, North Dakota. They have some outlying piling stations that have more all around the Red River Valley. I don't know how many they have total.
I don't know. And there's another sugar plant over in
there's several different sugar plants.
Yeah.
But we drive down to Grand Fork and we go by one of the piling stations. There's two pilers there. And then on the interstate, I don't remember how many were at that one.
There was 2 on the interstate.
There's another one if you go the interstate way. That's another piling station that has 2 there.
Yeah.
So they have these piling stations all over the place.
And they have these little green trucks. I call them the greenies. They go and grab beets from wherever and bring them to the factory. And they unload sideways instead of the way these trucks are backwards. They unload sideways right there at the plant. We got to kind of see that the other night when our boss took us by that, and he goes, that's how they take them straight there to be processed.
You see those green trucks running nonstop.
Yes, they're everywhere, and they make this little noise.
Somebody told us that was for the deer.
Yeah, it's supposed to scare the deer away.
I guess it scared the deer away.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I'm not sure when you guys are getting out of here, but I looked on my phone. There's a chance of some snow on Wednesday morning. Even though they're saying it's not going to be much of nothing. It's not going to accumulate.
I don't want it though. It's like it's kind of like farewell.
Good thing I have you on 2 devices.
Right.
So, anyway, now the big question.
Yeah. Will we do this again? Yeah.
For me, yes.
He's for sure going to do it
again. I for sure want to come back. Matter of fact, Mike, I don't know. I went on to the Unbeatable. It's the unbeatable.com. Unbeat, E-B-E-E-T. Unbeatable.com. And it looks like they're already taking applications for 2025.
Yeah. So he might go ahead and apply.
So I'm going to come back. Now, the thing is the way it's supposed to work. Since we worked night shift this year, next year we would work day shift. So they alternate from day to night, day to night. The thing that's a bummer about that is because Mike and them that I loved working with, they were on day shift the whole time. So next year they're on night shift.
So we're hoping for some reason they'll forget that we was on nights and put him on.
Everybody says if we ask for nights, they'll probably give it
nights.
to us. So I might tell them I'll come to nights
if you can get back on 9
with the same crew. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. So
Terry's probably not going to work it, at least not next year.
I think I'm not. I don't know. We'll have to see what next year looks like. That was a lot. It's a lot.
And the work is not hard. It's not
on your
hard
feet
work.
a
lot.
lot.
On your feet, long hours on concrete pad.
Yeah.
Dealing with the weather. And in our case, dealing with some people.
But my worst is my arms are really, really sore, and my hands are really sore.
I mean, your job.
The rest of my body is fine.
Your job mostly consists of, like I said, once the trucks come out, you direct them under the dirt dump, give them back their dirt, and then you send them on their way. And then you have these, they call them sleds. They're like a real hard plastic with handles that you scrape around and make sure you get the beets and stuff up from the ground.
Because it's really slippery if you don't.
You don't want the beets collecting around because then it becomes slippery or you can trip
over them. And the mud gets
them.
slippery.
So you want to kind of you got to keep that area clean. And of course, if there's a sample ticket, you take a sample.
Yeah.
All you do is you put it under there, push a button, it scoops it out. You tie up the bag and set it down, and the big front loader comes and collects them after a while.
Yeah.
Other than that, the only other thing we do is clean the machines.
Clean the machines.
So when you have to clean the machines. You have to get in there and scrape out. The stuff is really sticky and nasty.
It's like worse than Alabama mud.
So you have to get in there and scrape all the mud and the gunk off of it.
Yeah, it's thick.
Which wasn't too bad. And then at the end we had to
that was too much. We had to go pick beets up out of the ditch.
At the end, clean you thoroughly clean the entire machine. And put it to bed for the winter. And so that was a lot of work. That took us a day and a half.
To get.
But then the worst thing was we had to go walk the roads around the plant.
Yes.
Where we had to go and pick up the beets because these
truck drivers, they turn the corner and they got leftover beets hanging.
Beets get on their little tailgate or wherever, and they're falling off the truck everywhere.
And garbage. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. We walked, I don't know, probably 3 miles.
I don't know. It's a lot.
We walked a long ways.
And then so we was all in the ditches, and I got to where I couldn't get in the ditches. And I just did the edge because it's hard walking on an angle like that, you know.
You're going to see us next again. Yes, you are, Mike. You're going to see us next year, and we hope that I want to be back on 9. I told
Calvin
that, hey, I want to be back, and I want to be back on 9.
Yeah, so hopefully.
So, and the sunrise and sunsets. Oh my gosh,
they're beautiful,
beautiful, beautiful. When you work nights, you look forward to the sunrise because you know you're fixing to get off shift.
Off work, you're like, yay.
If you work days, you look for sunset because you know you're fixing to get off shift. So, but there was some. We got to see the northern lights one night.
Yeah.
We
never did see that comet though. It was too bright.
We never saw that comet.
It was too bright with the building lights.
Yeah, definitely beautiful.
There was a rainbow over the factory one morning. That was beautiful. Yeah, I love that.
I don't think I had that.
And then I got a picture of the harvest moon over the factory. That was really pretty too.
Yeah, no, I didn't have it. I had a picture of that one with the rainbow over the factory.
You do, yeah.
So it turned out really nice.
It was really like, wow, once in a lifetime kind of thing, you know. But yeah.
The area up here is nice.
It is nice.
There's nothing but farms. The thing that was crazy when we got here,
everything was green.
You could see all the green fields with all the
trees were green.
Now you drive through, all the fields are brown and plowed up.
Yeah, and the trees are all brown.
Here the trees unchanged, and it's
they're
cold.
falling out. Yeah, you can tell. The squirrels been busy. Yeah, I know it's kind of crazy. But it's been a good experience for both of us. You know, I don't have anything negative about it. You know, It's been really good. We were really exhausted. This last week really did us in with that, only getting those 4 hours of sleep. And once you lose that sleep, you don't get it back.
Yeah, I posted it on Facebook, but there's a sunrise that we were doing. It was cold that morning, and the sun coming up.
Yeah.
I thought I had a picture of that rainbow.
You do. It's further back. Further back. Yeah.
Can't be that much further back.
Yeah. It was you're going to see a picture of the factory when you see it. So,
no, see, we're already past it.
Did you delete it after you posted it?
I shouldn't have.
Sometimes you can't see all your pictures when you look at it that way.
I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Aha!
There it was. As the sun was, it was early in the morning, and you can see the factory, and then there was a rainbow coming over. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
It was really neat. Yeah.
A lot of fun. It was a
Yeah.
great experience.
It was
and
a
we'll
really
be back.
great experience. I mean,
definitely Gypsy. Our whole thing, and that's what we're doing. This money we're making here, we pretty much banked it all into savings. We were rebuilding our savings because we kind of had wiped it out last winter.
Yeah.
And so so we were taking that money and we were just restocking our savings account.
Right. And now we're just job hunting, trying to find something to do
trying
for
to
the
find
winter.
a job to do for this winter.
Yeah. So
and in the meantime, like I said, we're going to make our way toward Tennessee. Some of you weren't in here earlier when I talked about it. We not going to Tennessee. We're going to probably go to Kentucky, stay at 1,000 Trails there for a little while. And that's close enough to drive back to our cabin to grab our mail and our RV part that we're having shipped there that we need.
Check on the house a little bit. Make sure it's...
Check on the house. Then from there, we're probably going to head westward. Right? Unless we find a job somewhere else down south, east or something.
So we're really still looking for a job.
Mention the 2 different campgrounds. Oh yeah, that's good. Part of the pay and all the stuff that you do, your camping is paid for while you're here.
Free camping.
You get free camping. There's two
campgrounds.
There's 2 campgrounds, I guess. I don't know. I don't think there's any more.
We only know of 2.
There's one campground that's right over there, right by the plant in Drayton. It's across the street. I hear it's not as nice.
Yeah, and they have the trains and they have the factory
it's
noise
right next to the interstate.
It's all the factory noise, and they have a portable wash and dryer thing. I don't know what that
they had
is.
a semi truck that came. That was their laundromat.
Yeah.
But the advantage is it's right across the street.
Yeah, it's a minute to work every day.
It's like a 1-2 minute drive to work.
So that's an advantage.
So that was an advantage. We're in Grafton,
which is about 20 miles.
About 25-30 minute drive.
Yeah.
Really nice park here. We're in a city
we
park.
love this park.
They have trails here. They got a huge dog park. Our dogs love the dog park.
They love it.
There's a swimming pool that's not open. They have tennis courts and pickleball courts over here.
That frisbee game.
They have
I think they're putting an ice skating rink up right now, though.
They had little activities over here. There was a pumpkin patch.
And pumpkins, yeah.
Now it looks like they're building like a little ice skating
looks
rink.
Cute.
Pretty cool, and it's run by the Parks and Recreation here.
So we love it here, and then there's more food options in this town, I think.
Yeah.
Than there are in Drayton, if you wanted to
advantage, it was a nicer campground. Disadvantage, we have that long drive before and after work. So free camping.
I know, it's really good.
They pay for the camping.
Yeah.
They fed us.
And there's some cabins here too that there ain't much to write about, but there were some cabins.
And I have heard Gypsy and Vanilla Grilla. If you don't have an RV, there's even some options. They put people up in hotels or motels. The thing about the motel, don't quote me on this exactly. I think you had to pay $25 a week for the motel, each person.
Yeah.
Very, very minimal. But I have seen videos in the past of people staying at motels if you didn't have an RV.
Yeah, and then there's like 10 cabins here. I guess it's about 10
cabins
that people stay in too. So, I know they have a little sign in their window that they work at the Beet Harvest.
They did feed us a few times really well.
Yes, we had the big turkey dinner.
At the end, there's a big dinner they fed us.
You're getting fired or laid off.
When
you have your turkey dinner.
When they feed you the big dinner.
Yeah.
And we had turkey with dressing and mashed potatoes,
corn,
cheesecake.
Oh, so good.
It was a really, really good meal. And then this last week
they gave us 2 meals.
In the scale houses, they had soup one day and
sloppy Joe
chili another day.
Just sloppy Joe.
Well, there was chili there or something too.
No, the chili was gone. We ate all the chili.
But there was chili.
That was in one of the there's 3 scale houses. One had chili, one had chicken pot pie, and we had the beef and broccoli.
Beef and broccoli soup.
Beef and barley.
Okay.
So the next day though, there was leftover chili that we ate.
Yeah. So for 2 days there, we had And then they had the Sloppy Joe stuff.
Sloppy Joe's the last day.
So yeah, and then in the scale houses, there's snacks in there.
Yeah,
they had chips in there. They had little protein nut bars. Yeah. They had fruit snacks.
That coffee stuff that you like.
They had coffee. Had cappuccino coffee that I really liked. And there's always coffee in there. I thought it was funny. I watched the video that even the truck drivers come in. If they need coffee, just let them know, and they'll fill up their coffee cup for them.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that.
So, yeah, and they had Gatorade.
Yeah, they had Gatorade.
In the fridge. Yeah. So, yeah, they take care of you.
Yeah.
They take care of you. Okay, you got me with turkey stuffing and cheesecake.
I know, right? It was good.
So, yeah.
But it was weird because that's normally when we eat breakfast. We went like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. We went, and that's normally when we eat breakfast. So, I'm not used to eating a lot of food when I first wake up. So, it was really hard.
Yeah.
And then it's turkey and you got to work 15 hours. It was really hard.
All the supervisors we worked for were really nice.
Yes.
Super nice people.
Right.
You can tell they're just as tired as you, if not more tired.
Right.
Toward the end there, the one gal, Holly, she looked so pathetic. She was so exhausted.
Well, because she has twins and she has to take care of her kids too. And, it was just hard. Yeah. And she switched from nights to days too. And it was rough on her.
But yeah, if you want to do it, or you have any questions or whatever, please send it to us. We'll try to answer it.
Yeah.
If we can. They treat you really good. I wish.
Yeah,
I know.
I do. I wish that way. It was that way too. We had a really positive experience.
It was great, and it was great. Just Terry, you mentioned it one day about seeing just the whole system of how this works. I mean, how the stuff's coming from the farms, going to the pilers, to the factory, and then boom, they load them all up on the trains and send it out.
Yeah, you can see the trains come in. And they got this cute little mini train thing that moves the trains around.
Yeah, I don't miss night shifts either.
Yeah, neither do I.
I remember working on the shifts. I used to hate night shift.
I don't know. It's
your
hard.
Shifts
the only
are.
Thing I have to say, one thing I have to say about the night shift is it is light when you get off and it's light when you go to work. Day shift is dark
when you go to work
and dark when you get off. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this dark stuff.
Yeah. The shifts were technically 8 to 8 in the morning, 8 at night, 8 at night, 8 in the morning. However, we always had to show up at 7:30 because we get there, clock in,
do our exercises.
Then we have to do stretching. They make you do a little stretching exercises, which I actually enjoyed because I was hurting so bad it felt good.
It felt good, yes.
And then they'll put out any information, what's going to happen over the shift, and things like that.
And they're all lies.
Yeah.
We're going to be really busy tonight means we're going to be really slow.
We were dead. Yeah.
It's going to be slow tonight means we're really busy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they put out a little information, what's happening, what's open, which pilers they're running tonight, and things like that.
It was really good.
So you have to be there 30 minutes, and then we generally would try to go relieve the other crew 10 minutes before.
With 10 minutes early so they can get out of there.
7:50 was our goal to be at the piler to relieve the
day crew. And then, then the last few days, though, they started having us come at 7 in the morning. I don't know what that was about, but they were like, oh, yeah, we need you at 7.
Yeah, it was coming in at 7 because the pilers were opening at 8 and we had to be there up and running. I don't know.
It was kind of funny. But anyway, so we had to be there at 7.
Went 7, then it went to 7:30, and then the last day we didn't have to be there till 8.
Till 8 o'clock. That was really nice. Yeah.
It was nice.
I didn't know what to do with that extra half hour.
So the night they brought you in for dinner, they paid you for the dinner.
Yeah, you got paid while you eat.
That was what we had to come in 2 hours early. We had to be in at 5:30.
I thought it was 5 o'clock.
Was it 5? Might have been 5 or 5:30.
It was long.
Eat dinner, and then we had to go.
Relieve day shift because day shift had to come at
7:30, and then day shift went over and had their dinner. But that was the one they paid us 15-hour shift. So
yeah,
it was really nice, even though we technically really only worked 12 and a half hours.
Because some of it was their eating.
Yeah, and that was double pay. It was a Sunday.
It was a Sunday, so it was nice.
So it was
good
nice.
Money.
good money.
Yes, for sure.
All right, other than that, I think we're almost about to wrap up.
I know,
If anybody's got any questions, any comments?
Yeah, we're headed out of here, headed south.
It's a tough gig.
It's
tough, but I think in the long run, the money's worth it.
Yeah, because it's not forever.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody. We've had several people quit.
Oh, yeah. Some people got their first check and we're out of here.
Yeah, they say that's pretty common. Everybody will work till their first check and then boom, they're done, leave.
Yeah.
So.
And then it is hard sometimes, like, if people don't mesh together well in your little groups.
Yeah.
That can be challenging.
That was our biggest gripe. We had people that we worked with that, I don't know, I explained like they had a God complex.
Yeah.
They thought they were boss and in charge of everything and knew everything.
So it was hard.
But yeah.
We got to where we just ignored it.
And then we had a couple people that we worked with that did absolutely nothing. Yeah. And when you're the only couple working, it makes it really hard. That's what I enjoyed about 9.
Yeah.
Because everybody was working.
And switching off roles.
And I loved it because they say you get 2 20-minute breaks in your 30-minute lunch break. However, they leave it up to the pilot. The pilot operator is the one in charge. They can run it however they want as long as the machines are covered. And the way we ran it on 9 is we do a rotating 30-minute switch out for a break. So we take a 30-minute break, come and release somebody. We just kept rotating through everybody to take 30-minute breaks, and that worked out great. The thing that I liked about it is you weren't in the same position. We moved around.
Yeah, we did different
jobs. You'd be doing the trucks. You'd be doing the boom operator, move to the other side, work truck, whatever. It was rotating around, and that made it nice. So
made it go faster.
Yeah, where I was on the other one, I would be on one side doing one job the entire night.
Yeah.
And it just got monotonous. But yeah, dealing with the other people, that was the worst. So
yeah, and we finally just gave in and just said we're just gonna make the best of it.
We're just gonna do what we're supposed to do, and that's
because we can't sit and worry about other people.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Yes.
What's up with that?
They're so happy. They love that we're home.
Oh yeah, they're happy.
Yes, they're so happy.
So the other one's over here.
He just gets stuck in the back of the couch because I took we keep blankets back there, and I took a bunch out to make them a little bed up front because we have a little doggy window, and that's where they sit all night, staring out the dog window. And so it's a big hole there now where the blankets were. I haven't washed them and put them back yet.
A good attitude and warm clothes are necessary. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I love a good attitude. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
You got to definitely make sure you're dressed for the occasion.
Yeah. And do layers because then you can just go to your car and throw it off.
You either throw them off, or if you get cold, you put stuff back on.
So. Yeah, we kept tons of clothes in the car for that reason. So if we ever needed to put something else on, we could.
Yeah, leaving dogs are hard.
It was.
We normally kennel our dogs when we're gone, but there was no way we were going to kennel them for 13 hours. So she bought some potty pads and she put diapers on them.
On the babies.
And they did really well.
They did. And the one night where the diaper came off, that was a rough night.
She put diapers on them. We made sure they had water
and food
for
those cold nights.
8th or 9th time ever on ours, we had the furnace turned on those cold
for the
nights
babies,
so that it kept them warm in here.
And they had little sweaters on.
Yeah, put a sweater on them, and I don't know. We came in; it was still pretty warm.
It was still warm in the morning.
Here,
so I think they did.
They did pretty good, and we give them their food. Huh?
Yeah. Take them on walks every day and to the dog park on our short days.
Hey, Mike, I might try to convince Terry to go try and check out this Rosie's place. Just so you know. All right. Anyway, that's for Mike, and I know he's still in. He was still in there. I think he is.
All right.
I stretch every morning too. All right. Anybody got anything else?
Yeah.
Thanks.
We appreciate everybody coming today and listening in and learning more about it.
We're out of here Wednesday.
We'll try to have a YouTube video out in a few weeks about it. Because we did a lot of hodgepodge videos this time because we just weren't able to do really great work because we were working.
Right.
So we'll see what he does with all that.
Wednesday night we're back in Minnesota for the night. Thursday night, hopefully we're in Wisconsin somewhere.
We did not taste a beet.
No, we didn't taste a beet.
A lot of people do it though, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after Wisconsin, I'm not sure. We're heading down probably through Illinois,
Kentucky,
Indiana, Kentucky, somewhere down that way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate having you. Appreciate everybody being here.
So glad everybody came.
So
yeah, we're gonna finish up getting the RV fixed. It's a mess still. Like I said, I got one. I forgot how to get these clothes under the couch.
I did discover I had a problem. I was flushing my tanks today, and I have a vacuum.
It leaked all in the bathroom.
Little vacuum deal thing that was leaking in the bathroom. So I ordered that part, and it's going to be shipped to our place in Tennessee. So luckily, it's only does when I'm flushing the tank. So it's not a biggie. I got them flushed today.
Yeah.
And that should last us until we get to Tennessee or toward Tennessee.
Yeah.
So, other than that,
yeah, we appreciate everybody.
Unless you got anything.
Yeah, and make sure you go out and find your adventure. Have fun this week.
Adventures. Our regular video will be back Sunday. We didn't put one out this last Sunday. It just got
those long
hours. We just we couldn't.
He would have had to stay up to do it, and I was like, just put a thing out that we're gonna not do it.
So our video will be back Sunday at 3 o'clock. We'll have our next video.
And we'll have another Friday Night Live in a couple weeks, so we'll let you know about that.
Next one might be we did the Lake Itasca, so it's probably Voyager National Park. Maybe. Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, everybody have a great night.
All right.
Have a great week.
Yes.
And
loved having you.
See you later.
Yeah.
Call it a day and celebrate.